Hello once again, watchers of good movies. My name is Nick Pell and this is my review of Crawl. Now the main premise of this film is that it takes place during a Category 5 hurricane in a small town which is getting essentially flooded by this hurricane. A young college girl played by Kaya Scaldelario, she ends up going to try to find her father during the midst of this Category 5 hurricane, and during her attempt to find him she encounters a bunch of alligators which have gotten loose. And as you would expect, the alligators in this film are easily the highlights. They're the main draw of this film entirely, and both the CGI, because I'm pretty sure it's all CGI alligators in this film, they all look really good. You can kind of tell that they're CGI, but for the most part they look really realistic, so that's impressive, I think. And then this film being basically a horror film of sorts, it does have a lot of tension in it, especially as the water level continues to rise in this basement and in this house. The gators just have more access to the house itself and can hide underwater, and so you just never know when they're going to pop up and bite somebody or strike or what have you. And so there's just a lot of tension throughout the course of the film, just as a result of not knowing where these creatures are or how many of them there are or anything of that sort. And the jump scares I just got to mention as well, they're actually good in this movie because they're not just like cheap, oh, a squirrel ran by the house or something. If something is a jump scare, it's like legitimately a gator jumping out of the water, or a tree crashing into a house, or things which are actually happening and real and not just like fake jump scares, and so I really appreciate that. The kills, as you would expect, there are kills in this movie. They're also fun to see. They're very much what you would expect from an alligator movie. There's people that get torn apart and eaten, and yeah, it makes me continue my fear of alligators and crocodiles and things of that nature. That being said, as you kind of expect, the dialogue in this film, not the best. It's kind of cheesy at times, especially at the beginning, and you can tell that's not really going for the best and most interesting story. It's kind of stuff that we've seen a little bit before, and you can kind of more or less tell where it's going to go in regards to the relationship between this father and daughter duo, which are trying to survive this hurricane and these alligators. And then they both don't really make the best choices at times. And I mean, they have to be made for the purpose of progressing the plot in the movie, but there are times where it's like, why are you doing that? Stay where it's safe. Don't be stupid. It's just, it bugged me a little bit, but it didn't take me out of the movie necessarily. It's like, I understand why this is happening, but yeah. And then no spoilers for this, but the last shot of the film seemed kind of a weird spot to end it. I thought it could have had more of a wrap-up, I thought, but it just kind of does a still frame and then just kind of fades to black, and it's like, oh hey, credits. Just seemed like a weird spot to end it. I don't know, it just could have felt like could have had like a little tag at the end, like showing the surviving characters of this film, and maybe some setup for a sequel if this thing does well enough. So guys, overall, Crawl, it's a fun time. It's a what you'd expect from this movie based on the trailers, and the trailers do kind of show a lot of the film when you go back and watch them, because you can kind of the trailer for this film was shown at almost every film that I've seen for like the last 3 or 4 months, so I've gotten to know it pretty well. And so just knowing that certain scenes were having to come, it just made me know kind of what characters were going to be safe until certain points, and like things that were going to have to happen at some point or another. And so to kind of take away from the tension a little bit, just knowing that certain scenes have to pop up at some point. So if you can, avoid the trailers, but you probably saw it if you're going to see this movie anyway. But yeah, like I said, it's a good horror film. It's very much what you would expect it to be based on what you saw. Yeah, monster effects are fun, and it's going to make you terrified and paranoid of alligators being in water now. So have fun with that. Those are my thoughts on Crawl. Let me know yours in the comments down below. Did you like it as much as I did? Did you hate it more than I did? Let me know. What's your favorite monster movie of this sort, where it's like animals come and attack you for no reason, really? Let me know in the comments down below. Like, favorite, comment, and subscribe once again if you so choose. I appreciate it immensely. And as always, my people, my name is Nick Pell, and once again, keep on watching.